Okay, now I want to explain the second principle of tangency. Second principle of tangency. Now, the second principle of tangency is used to join two arcs externally, as I wrote it here that this principle is used to join two arcs externally. So, two arcs can be joined externally, and this is how we are going to do it. Okay, the first thing is we draw a vertical line, a vertical center line here, vertical center line. Okay, then we draw horizontal center line. Okay, so I've written the radius of all that we are going to use. I've written the radius here. So for bigger circle, the radius is 25. So take 25 mm your ruler and draw a circle. So draw a circle. So let me call this point, let me call it point O. So put radius here and draw a circle. So draw a circle. Okay, so now this is the radius of the bigger circle, and the radius of the smaller circle is or it can be an arc, is 15 mm. So we need to locate a point which should serve as the center of the small arc or circle. Okay, so how do we get that? So I've done the calculation here. So I'm going to call the radius of that arc that will serve at the center of the small circle. I called it R1. So R1 is equal to R plus small letter r, capital letter R plus small letter r, and that is 25 plus 15, which gives us 40. So we take the radius of 40 mm. Take 40 mm from your ruler. So this is 40 mm. Put it at the center of this circle here and draw an arc. So the arc goes like this. Okay, so this is the point. So where the arc touch this line, touch this vertical center line, is the point where we are going to put the radius of the small arc. So I will take 15 mm, which is the radius of the arc. So I take it here. So this is 15 mm. I'll put at this point. So let me call this point, let me call it point Q. So this is point Q. So 15 mm. Okay, so I put it at this point and I will draw an arc. So the arc goes like this. It goes like this. Okay, so this is the arc. So these arcs and the circle, they touch each other externally. So this arc, this one, and the circle, they touch each other externally. And the point of tangency is this point. So the point of tangency where they meet is the point of tangency. So I put capital letter T there. So now to put the dimensions on this circle, on this construction, okay. Okay, so all right, so for this one and for this, and also for this. Okay, so this is R, so which is 25, so R25, the radius is 25 for this circle, and also, and for this arc is addition of the radius of the bigger circle and the small circle here, so which is just an arc. So you add the radius of the bigger circle and the small circle together to get the center, or to get a point, so where you put your radius to construct this small arc, and this is R40. So the radius is 40. 25 plus 15 give us 40 mm. So this is the small circle, if the radius is 15, so this is R15. So this is how to draw, to join two arcs together externally. So the next thing I want to explain is the application of this principle. So it's very, very important that we apply it, okay, because it has a lot of application in engineering. So I've put down the dimensions we are going to use. So we are going to make use of these two circles. So this application, we are going to use an arc to connect two circles together. That's what we want to do. So we want to draw an arc that will join two circles together, and it's going to join them together externally, to touch two circles externally. So the radius of the bigger circle is 30, that of the smaller circle is 20. So this R1 is important. I will explain the other ones later. So another thing that we need here is the center distance. I represented it with CD. So it is center distance. The center distance, that is distance between the centers of the two circles. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to draw a circle, to draw a center line. Okay, so this is a center line. So after drawing this center line, so I'm going to draw a vertical line here, and from this point I will measure 60 mm, which is the center distance of the two circles. The center distance of the two circles, this is 60, and I will also draw a vertical line here. So vertical center line. So this point, so let me call it this O1. So let me call it O1, and this is O2. This is O2. Okay, let me extend this a little bit. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take a radius of 30. So I put it at this point and draw a circle. Okay, so the next one is I will take 20 and put it at R2. So put it at R2, and I will draw a circle. Okay, so I need to extend this vertical center line. I need to extend it. Okay, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do is that I need to locate a point where I will put my compass so that I can draw an arc that will connect these two circles together externally. So to do that, I've done the calculation, and the calculation is here. So I'm starting with this. Okay, so here we have R2. Okay, R2 is the addition of R1 plus R. That is this R1 here. I will explain that later. So this R1 is very important. It will be given in the question. So when it is given to you in the question, you will add the radius of the bigger circle and this R1. You add them together. So R1 is 50 and R is 30. So 50 plus 30 is 80. So you take 80 mm. So 80 mm on your ruler. Take 80 mm on your ruler. So this is 80. So this is 80 mm. So this 80 mm, you put it at 01. Put it at 01. So something is going to happen a bit. We are just going to manage it. So draw an arc from center 01. Draw an arc here. Okay, draw an arc here with center 01. And then you draw an arc down, up and down. Draw an arc up and down like this. Okay, so the next is I have R3, and R3 is the sum of R1 plus small letter r, which is the radius of the small circle. So you take, that is 50 plus 20, that will give us 70. So you take 70 mm on the ruler. So this is 70 mm. So take 70 mm on the ruler and put the compass at O2 here. So draw an arc. And you also draw it down as we did for the previous one. So the arc, they intersect at this point. So let me call this point, let me call it point P, and this point, let me call it point Q. They also intersect at this point, so this is point Q. So alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is that R1 is 50. R1, which is 50, is the radius of an arc that will touch these circles externally. R1 is the radius of an arc that will touch these circles externally. So R1 is 50, so you take 50 mm. Take 50 mm with your compass and put it at point P. So you put at point P, if you put it here, you see that if you put it on the circle, you see that it touch this point. So you can draw a line or an arc. So this is the arc. So draw an arc like this. Okay. So then you repeat the same thing. Bring it to this side here. Bring it to this point here. To this point Q, and it will touch this circle at a point. So you draw an arc again. Okay. Okay. So this arc and this arc, they touch these two circles externally. So now let me show the dimension. So from here, so distance, the radius here, I'll just show it on one part because we are going to have the same thing. So the radius here, from here, so this is R1, so which is 50. R1 is 50. So, and then, so the radius, from this point, I'm looking at the way I'm going to Okay, so the radius from here, so from here to here, radius from here to here. So it is very important that you pay attention to this. So radius from here to here. Okay, so this is the radius from here to here is my R2. Is my R2. It's my R2. And R2 is equal to R1 plus R. Okay, so and then so the radius from here to here for this small arc here, so I'm going to for this small arc, so this is R3, and my R3 is equal to R1 plus small letter r. So that's what we have there. So the radius of this circle, here, radius of this circle, so the radius of this circle is r, which is 30, r30, and the radius of this circle so radius of this circle, small letter r, is 20. So that is dimension. So just follow. Don't forget that this one is equal to 70 mm. That is 20 plus 50, and this is equal to 80 mm. That is 50 plus 30. So this second principle of tangency is as simple as I explained it. So you just need to practice. So subscribe, like the channel, and share with friends. So when you subscribe, you can get notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.